we often take for granted in democratic societies. But in Germany, recent events have exposed a fascinating tension between civil liberties and public order that's reshaping how we think about freedom of assembly.
Those recent incidents really highlight some deeper issues about how modern democracies handle public dissent, don't they?
Well, what's particularly striking is how Germany's approach has evolved since World War II. Their basic law created one of Europe's most comprehensive frameworks for protecting protest rights, while also setting specific boundaries that we don't see in other countries.
You know what's interesting about that legal framework? The way it's being tested by today's digital age.
Exactly right. And here's something that might surprise people. Studies show there's been a 240% increase in documented police protest interactions since smartphones became ubiquitous. But the really fascinating part is how this hasn't necessarily led to more accountability.
That's quite a striking statistic. How are German authorities adapting to this new reality?
Well, they've implemented some pretty innovative approaches. For instance, some police departments have started using real-time communication strategies during protests, like literally providing live updates about their decision-making process. And here's where it gets complicated. This transparency has actually created new challenges.
The whole transparency piece must create some real operational challenges on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. And let me share something remarkable about that German police undergo 3 years of training, including specific modules on protest management. That's significantly longer than most European countries, where training typically ranges from 6 months to 2 years.
Those regional differences in police training must have some real impacts on how protests are handled.
You know what's fascinating about that? We're seeing huge variations across different German states. Some regions have reported a 40% increase in protest-related incidents, while others are showing decreases. And the response strategies vary just as widely.
So, what's driving those regional variations?
Well, it's this complex interplay of local politics, police union influence, and community relationships. But here's something that often gets overlooked. Germany has these independent police review boards with civilian oversight. They can make binding recommendations. And this is crucial, their findings aren't always publicly accessible.
That lack of transparency seems at odds with the whole concept of